So the big picture for this lesson is the factor theorem. The factor theorem says that a polynomial f of x has a factor of x minus k if and only if f of k equals 0. So I'm going to write some of that down. So f of x has a factor of x minus k if and only if f of k equals 0. So what does that mean? I have an example here all ready to explain all this. So if I have the polynomial f of x equals 2x to the third power minus 9x squared plus 7x plus 6. So for example, if f of 2 equals 0, then x minus 2 has to be a factor. And you could try any input you want, but if the output comes out to be 0, then you found a factor. And let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to use synthetic substitution to evaluate the function because I just like it better. So I'm going to list the coefficients: 2, -9, 7, 6. Put the 2 right there that I'm doing the input. Bring down the 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Add to get -5. -5 times 2 is -10. Add to get -3. -3 times 2 is -6. Add to get 0. My remainder is 0. That means this divided in evenly, and when something divides evenly, it is a factor. So this is the constant term, this is the x, and this is the x squared. So that means I found one factor, x minus 2, and then I have 2x squared minus 5x minus 3 left over. That's from the quotient here. So now what I can do to continue factoring is I can factor this trinomial here, and that's factored by grouping. So multiply the 2 times the -3, that makes -6. Factors of -6 that add to make -5, that's pretty easy, -6, +1. So then I can do my factoring. So what's in common? 2x squared and -6x. The 2x is in common, that leaves x minus 3. And then plus, and then I have kind of an invisible 1 factor here, and then x minus 3. So then to group, you have 2x, and then plus the invisible 1, plus 1, and then x minus 3. Okay, so those are my other two factors. Now I combine it with this one over here, and that makes my factored polynomial. F of x equals x minus 2 times 2x plus 1 times x minus 3. Okay, so that is how you can use the factor theorem. You can input a number into the function, and if you get a remainder 0, that tells you you have a factor. And you can use synthetic substitution if you want. So that's the big picture for this lesson.